Okay.
What's up? You got a big gun, okay? And then big guns come in big boxes, like this one. For $320, you get the A and K SAW and the carrying case on ebike.com, which is the website I use because e-bike is awesome. And that was loud. So we open up the case for the epic awesomeness inside. Got my old inner barrel. That's not important. When you open up the case, you're gonna get a little brown box along with the gun and whatnot. And inside you'll have an M4 mid-cap, a speed loader, a hop-up adjustment tool, a 9.6 volt battery, which I have in stock right now. I'll show you that later. And you'll get a trickle charger, which you should replace with a high output charger, a good charger, like a smart charger, like the one I have. So I'll just go over these things real quick. It's a speed loader. You hit the button, and then you speed load. And you hit the button again, and you just keep hitting the button, and it won't stay in like that. You just BBs go into the magazine because it's a mid cap. And then to get them out, you just pull the thing, which I'm not going to do because then they'll fly everywhere. So that's that. And I didn't really paint with either of those things, so it's kind of cool. And I'll show you the magazine. And you also get a 2,500 round box magazine. This is awesome. It plugs right onto the gun, right underneath, and you plug this in, and you have wind and sound control. And sound control is kind of cool. It only shoots when the gun shoots. So when you shoot the gun, it'll automatically wind, and it'll just sound like a little noise every time you shoot the gun. And if you hold down the trigger, it'll keep winding. So, yeah, if you can hear the sirens in the background, I don't know what that is.
Somebody probably just died.
Yeah. Might have been my fault, but just pretend I never said that. And there's some scratches on the front of this because it is plastic, but it is, I mean, if it wasn't plastic, it'd be kind of heavy and unrealistic, because the real one is plastic. So you use a plastic. So I'll put that on the ground right now. Alright, now, then you have the gun. This is the gun. We like big guns. Big guns are good. Big guns shoot a lot of BBs. Like this one. Okay. Starting from the front. By the way, cameraman, when you get to 10 minutes, stop the video. I think it'll probably get more. I might not cut that out. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. You got an orange tip. It's made of plastic. You can unscrew it. It has a set screw in it when you get it, so make sure you take that out first, otherwise bad things happen. Like what I did, I stripped all the threads off. Well, not all of them, just some. Just the very back ones. And I have half of this taped, and I'll take the whole thing when I use it, or I'll get a metal one that's black, which I haven't done yet. Got a front sight. I'll move this case. We don't need no case. I want to sit down. Lazy. Front sight, which is a simple post sight inside this big ring, and it's all metal, and it doesn't really move much. It looks like my front assembly is not on all the way for some reason. Okay. Alright, now it's good. I don't know why it wasn't on. Well, anyway, that, and there's a little tool that comes with the gun. It's made of plastic that you can adjust the front sight post with. You can zoom in on that real quick. The front sight post. You can actually just get the camera closer. You can see the wide part at the base is actually flat, and you would put it on it and turn it. And the problem is that the thing is plastic and it's so weak when you turn it, it kind of doesn't really do anything. You actually just, it's easier just to put like a pair of pliers or something, or just move it by hand. But yeah, that's all. Next, we go to the gas block, which is this thingy right here. I'll bring this one closer too. You don't have to get the whole gun in the image. All you have to do is get the part that I'm talking about. So you can see, you can turn this thing from side to side, and it's fun. And on the real gun, this modifies the rate of fire, I believe, because I believe it changes the amount of gas that can come from the gun at one time. And it's fun to play with. You can turn it this way. And from what I'm told, you can take off this front outer barrel section, but I can't do it. And I've tried very hard to yank it off. So I'm going to assume it's either glued or mine doesn't come off. Don't look at my face, son. Hey, I'll shoot you. Literally. Okay. Then you got stuff all up in here, which brings you to the bipod, which can fold, as you can just tell. Bring the camera over here real quick. Bipod. You squeeze it, you pull it, you let it go, you sit down on it. It's a crappy bipod. It's not very good. It's very pot metalish, and up here, the nubs. Zoom in on this part right here. This thing and that thing join together. They cover up like that. The problem is, every time it rubs over that, it rubs off some of the metal. So if you just let it slam out like that enough times, eventually it'll probably rub off, and then it'll just flap all along here, which I probably shouldn't be doing. So try and do it gently, and then you shouldn't have any problems. The bipod legs can extend out to 3 positions, like so. Kind of awkward to do, but it's not a big deal. And, oh, okay, my little front assembly just popped off again because I was pushing the button with my butt. Probably not supposed to do that. Heck, why does it keep doing that? Okay, so that's a bipod. Done talking about bipods. Back to your original position, soldier. Give me a time check so I know how long I can talk.
7:30.
Alright, good. This right here is a carry handle. You carry the gun with it. See? Okay, let's do this again. Starting now. Alright, it's a carry handle. You can carry the gun with it as long as your whole front assembly and barrel and whatnot is not popping off like mine just did, which is why we just cut the video. Okay, get off me. So, since I got that part working, you push it in and you turn it, and it's got 4 different positions. You got down, you got to the side, which is retarded, you got straight up, which is where you would carry it with, and you got flat, which is kind of irritating in a way, sort of-ish. If you want to look legit, put it down there, because that's where they put it, unless they're carrying it with it. So there you go.
It's up in bad company.
Oh, bad company sucks.
You think it's better than Modern Warfare 2?
Only bad company 2, but bad company still sucks balls. All video games are retarded. Not all of them. But none of them are really that realistic. Except for Arma.
Oh, please.
Okay, let's get on with the review. This thing right here is a tripod lug. It will be a vehicle lug or a tripod lug if you wanted to put a tripod on it, if you had one, but I don't have one. Putting all that back in there. Put this. There. You got a heat shield. It's made of plastic. It's real easy to get off. You just pull it out. Your hand guard is made of plastic also, which should be made of plastic. Neither of those are metal on the real gun, so don't go whining. And that's all I have to say about that. Well,
Moving on.
your sling points are right here. Zoom in on them. This little hole right here is a sling point. It's a lot easier to get the sling on if you pull this thing out first, but you don't have to. And I recommend getting an m249 sling. Don't try and use any other slings, because other slings pop off, even if they're really heavy-duty slings. I had this happen to me quite a few times when I was going up steep
We're past
hills.
10 minutes.
Past how far?
10:20.
Alright, we can stop right here.